welcome you in the lecture series of Basics of Communication Engineering. It is 15th lecture of this series. In previous lecture we have discussed about properties of angle modulated wave, difference and connection between FM and PM wave, and also the types of FM, narrowband and wideband FM. In this lecture I would like to discuss about generation of FM waves. The outline of this lecture are generation of narrowband FM wave, generation of wideband FM wave using direct method and indirect method, and FM transmitter. In the objective of this lecture, you will able to explain the generation methods of narrowband and wideband FM waves and the basic components of FM transmitter. Now we will start with the generation of narrow band. We know that the standard wave equation for FM it is AC cos 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf integration xt dt, or we can write it as using the expression cos A plus B, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. It will be equal to AC cos 2 pi fct into cos 2 pi kf integration xt dt minus AC sine 2 pi fct into sine 2 pi kf integration xt dt. So for the narrow band FM, the mode of 2 pi kf integration xt dt, it is very less than 1. So for this cos theta t will be equal to 1 and sin theta is equal to theta when theta is very small. And so equation first can be written as xcft, it is AC cos 2 pi fct minus AC sine 2 pi fct into 2 pi kf integration xt dt. So using this equation we can have the block diagram of narrowband FM modulator. First of all, we will have to take the integration of the modulating signal, then multiply by 2 pi kf, and then apply here the carrier signal with the 90-degree phase shift AC sine 2 pi fct, and then with the negative sign, and then we will add the carrier in this, so we will get the modulator. So just like this is equation, equation for the narrowband FM. And so the block diagram of narrowband FM modulator, first of all we will take the integration, then using the amplifier with gain 2 pi kf. Now at the amplifier we will get 2 pi kf integration xt dt, this part. And now we will apply the carrier oscillator to generate the carrier AC cos 2 pi fct, and take the minus 90-degree phase shift, we will get AC sine 2 pi fct, and then apply to the product modulator. Then here we will get this part AC sine 2 pi fct into 2 pi kf integration xt dt. And now apply the summer block with the negative sign, because negative sign is here, and positive sign for the carrier wave AC cos 2 pi fct. Then I will get the narrow band FM at this stage. So this is the modulator, and here we have seen that integrator is used to integrate the modulating signal. This integrated output is passed through the amplifier whose gain is 2 pi kf. Now the output of the signal from the amplifier is 2 pi kf integration xt dt. The carrier signal AC cos 2 pi fct is phase shifted by 90-degree to get AC sine 2 pi fct with the help of 90-degree phase shifter. Now we will use the product modulator, which has two inputs. One input is 2 pi kf integration xt dt, and other is AC sine 2 pi fct, and the output of the product modulator is AC sine 2 pi fct into 2 pi kf integration xt dt. Now we use the summer block. It has two inputs, which positive and negative sign for the carrier AC cos 2 pi fct, and negative sign for the AC sine 2 pi fct into 2 pi k f integration xt dt, and at the output of the summer block we will have the narrowband FM. Now we will discuss about the generation of wideband FM. There are two basic methods of generation of wideband, the direct method and indirect method. So first of all, we will discuss the direct method. The method is known as direct method because we are generating a wideband FM wave directly, and in this method voltage controlled oscillator is used to generate wideband FM. Voltage controlled oscillator produces an output signal whose frequency is proportional to the input signal voltage, and this is similar to the definition of the FM wave, and the block diagram of the generation of wideband FM you can see on this screen. And here the modulating signal is applied as the input of the voltage controlled oscillator, and VCO produces an output which is nothing but wideband FM, and the instantaneous frequency, it will be proportional to the modulating signal, or we can write Fi is equal to Fc plus Kf xt. So there is a linear relation between the instantaneous frequency and the modulating signal. Here Fi is the instantaneous frequency of wideband FM and Kf is the frequency sensitivity of the modulator. A VCO can be implemented using sinusoidal oscillator with a tuned circuit having high quality Q. The frequency of this oscillator is changed by incremental variation of the reactive component involved in the tuned circuit, and this is the tuned circuit, and the modulating signal is applied to the variable reactance device or reactance modulator, and this is the tank circuit tank oscillator, which involves R and C note. C note is the capacitance at time t is equal to 0, and at the output of this tank we will have the FM wave. Here, if the L or C of the tank circuit of an oscillator is changed in accordance with the amplitude of the modulating signal, then FM can be obtained across the tuned circuit as you can see in your screen. And in the reactance modulator, the device used are FET, transistor or varactor diode. This device is connected across the tuned circuit of an oscillator. As the instantaneous value of the modulating voltage changes, the reactance offered by the transistor or of FET will change proportionally. This will change the frequency of the oscillator to produce the FM wave, and the instantaneous frequency of the oscillator at the instant t, it can be given as FIT, it is 1 by 2 pi under root LCT, and let del C xt is the capacitance produced across the tank circuit by the reactance modulator, and here del C is the sensitivity of varactor capacitor. And so the tank capacitance Ct, it will be C naught minus delta C Tx, and now the instantaneous frequency Fit, I can write it as 1 by 2 pi Lc naught into 1 minus del C by delta C by C naught into xt. Since you know Fc is 1 by 2 pi Lc naught, so the instantaneous frequency Fit, it will be Fc 1 by 1 under root 1 minus delta C by C naught xt, or I can write it as Fc1 minus delta C by C xt is to the power minus 1 by 2, or we can write it as Fc1 plus delta C by 2C xt. So from here we can have Fit, it will be Fc plus Kf xt. Here Kf, it will be delta C Fc by Fc delta C by 2C, it is the frequency sensitivity of the modulator Kf, and here the FET based reactance modulator and the equivalent circuit can be given as in figure, and here this is the gate of FET, drain and source. This is the capacitance, is the base current IB, this is the drain source current, and this is the voltage of gate and source, and at this point we will get the Vt is xt and the impedance Z is V by IDS. So from here we can found that the base current IB, it will be V upon R plus 1 by j omega c, or we can write it as V by R minus jxc, or VGS voltage in gate source, it will be VR by R minus JXC, and finally the mode of Z impedance, it will be 1 by 2 pi F Q C equivalent, where C equivalent is GM into RC. So we can find the equivalent circuit. It will be the reactance modulator, and the C equivalent equal to GM into RC. This is the RC oscillator, and the output of this oscillator we will get the FM signal. And here we can see, if I am going to change V, voltage is going to change, then the I current IV is going to change, and the voltage in gate and source, it will be changed, then GM is changed and C equivalent will be changed, and due to this C equivalent the frequency will be changed, and we will get the FM signal at the output of this oscillator. Now, the advantages and disadvantages of direct FM generation. The main advantage of direct FM generation is the simplicity of the modulator and their low cost. And the disadvantage in the direct method of FM generation, we have to use LC oscillator, and as LC oscillator frequency is not stable enough, so it is not possible to use such oscillators for the communication or broadcasting purpose. So we have to use a scheme in which we can use a crystal oscillator to control the carrier frequency. So we have to use automatic frequency control scheme, and here we will discuss about this, the frequency stabilized FM generator, where we will use automatic frequency control scheme. This block diagram of frequency stabilized FM generator, and this figure shows the automatic frequency stabilized FM generator. At the mixer output we get the four frequencies component. So at this mixer output we will get FCR, FVCO, FCR plus FVCO, and FCR minus FVCO. Out of them, only the difference term FCR minus FVCO is extracted using band pass filter after the mixer. This output is then applied to the frequency discriminator and low pass filter. And the frequency discriminator is a special type of device which produced an output voltage, the amplitude of which is proportional directly to the frequency of its input, and the frequency at its input, it will the output voltage is proportional to that is input frequency. The low pass filter follows the frequency discriminator and eliminates the ripple contents in the output of the frequency discriminator to produce an ripple free controlled voltage at its output. So here we will get the ripple free controlled voltage at the output of this low pass filter, when FVCO is equal to FVCR. FVCO it is equal to FVFCR, then output of the mixture, it will be FCR minus FVCO, it will be equal to 0. So the output voltage of the frequency discriminator is 0, and so the circuit will maintain the VCO frequency constant equal to the crystal oscillator frequency FCR. If the VCO frequency deviates above or below FCR, then the DC control voltage at the output of the low pass filter will adjust automatically to bring VCO close to FCR. So if it is not close to, if they are not equal to, so here it will be adjusted, and it will be automatically bring close to FCR is equal to FVCO. Now we will discuss indirect method. This method is known as indirect method or Armstrong method because we are generating wideband FM wave indirectly. This means first we generate narrowband FM wave, and then with the help of frequency multiplier we will get a wideband FM wave. And the block diagram you can see on your screen. And in this block diagram we have already discussed the diagram of a narrowband FM modulator, so we will not discuss this. And the LC oscillator, in indirect methods are not stable enough for the communication or broadcast applications, so we will use direct method or FM generation. This method use phase modulator in narrowband FM generation. So here we will use phase modulation to generate the FM wave. We know that modulation index of narrowband FM is less than 1. So in order to get the required modulation index greater than 1, we will use the frequency multiplier properly to increase the modulation index, or you can say to get the wideband FM from the narrowband FM. The frequency multiplier is a non-linear device which produces an output signal whose frequency is n times the input signal frequency, where n is the multiplication factor. Now we will discuss about FM transmitter. FM transmitter is whole unit which takes the audio signal as an input and deliver FM wave to the antenna. So this is input and this is output. And this FM wave to the antenna as the output to be transmitted. And you can see the block diagram on your screen with the different blocks. The audio signal from the output of the microphone is sent to the preamplifier, which boosts the level of the modulating signal. The signal is then passed to the high pass filter or pre-emphasized circuit and to filter out the noise and improve the SNR. So by passing the signal through the high pass filter or pre-emphasized circuit, we will have the filtered out the noise and we can improve the signal to noise ratio. This signal is further passed through the FM modulator circuit. The carrier oscillator circuit generates a high frequency carrier which is sent to the modulator along with the modulating signal. Several stages of frequency multiplier are used to increase the operating frequency. Even then, the power of the signal is not enough to transmit. So RF power amplifier is used at the end to increase the power of the modulated signal. This FM modulated output is finally passed to the antenna to be transmitted. It has been proved that in FM, noise has a greater effect on the higher modulating frequency, and this effect can be reduced by increasing the value of the modulation index for higher modulating frequency. This can be done by increase the deviation delta f, and delta f can be increased by increasing the amplitude of the modulating signal. So if we are going to increase the amplitude of the modulating signal, then we will get the higher modulation index, and that will help to reduce the noise. So if we boost the amplitude of the higher frequency modulating signal artificially, then it will be possible to improve the noise immunity at higher modulating frequencies. And the artificial boosting of higher modulating frequency is known as pre-emphasize. And the circuit boosts the signal amplitude of higher frequency beyond 2.1 kilohertz in the message, and the pre-emphasized circuit used before the modulation, and it works as the high pass filter. And this circuit you can see on your screen, and its a time constant R1C, it is 75 microsecond. And here the characteristic of pre-emphasized circuit is given here, and up to 1 by R1C it is 0 dB, and from 1 by R1C to R1 plus R2 by R1 R2C it is 20 dB per decade, and after this it will again 0 dB per decade, or you can say from this there will be minus 20 dB per decade. So here there is plus 20 dB per decade, here there is minus 20 dB per decade, and here 3 dB point it will be at 2122 hertz. So at this point there will be 3 dB point, 3 dB gain, and here the angular frequency is taken into the log form, log omega n, and this is the gain in dB or transfer function of the system. So here FM, as FM increases, reactance of C decreases and modulating voltage applied to FM modulator goes on increase. The frequency response characteristic of RC high pass filter, it will be like this. And the amount of pre-emphasize in US FM transmission and sound transmission in TV has been standardized at 75 microsecond. The corner frequency of the RC high pass filter, high pass network or filter, it is 2122 Hertz, as you can see 3 dB gain point. So the transfer function of pre-emphasized circuit HS, it can be V out by VIS, or it will be plus 3 dB divided by minus 3 dB per decade point, and these are S1 S plus 1 by R1C divided by S plus R1 plus R2 by R1 R2C. This is plus 20 dB per decade and this is minus 20 dB per decade. Let if I have omega 1 is 1 by R1 C1 and also R1 is very less than R2, then the transfer function, it will be 1 plus j omega by omega 1. So here we can see the phase emphasize act as differentiator or intermediate frequency. So the pre-emphasize acts as a differentiator at intermediate frequency 2.1 kilohertz to 15 kilohertz. It will act as differentiator. This is the end of this lecture. Here we have discussed about generation of narrowband FM wave and generation of wideband FM wave. Also we have discussed about FM transmitter. This was 15th lecture of the lecture series of basics of communication engineering. In the next lecture we will discuss about demodulation of FM wave. Till then, thanks for listening this lecture. Thank you.